the reach of the Xindi. Like, how are they a Dominion-esque force that sort of runs things?
I think that's remains the biggest problem with the season is I don't know what they do,
right?
Or how or where they're doing it, why they're doing it, or how are the Xindi like feared in this?
Or are they even close?
Expanse?
Right? Does anyone know? No one seems to know about the Xindi. Archer asked everybody, "Have you heard about the Xindi?" And they say no, but
they've run into like 2 of them.
Yeah, but also this.
Go ahead.
The arboreal Xindi. You also get the sense that while they have the council scenes, which are all the species talking to each other, this guy seems to be on his own planet doing his own thing, working for the Xindi at the same time as he is a Xindi. You know, so it's like there's not a... I just don't understand the institutional structure of what the Xindi are supposed to represent.
He's making like... It is... If you really want to take a step back, it is kind of really difficult to believe that this guy who basically it's like pulling aside a guy who works for like Lockheed Martin and informing him that he's building, you know, Patriot
showing him a
missiles.
picture of a blown up mosque in Baghdad or something.
And then he's like, oh my God, I didn't realize the work on rocket propulsion in missiles I was doing was being used to build weapons.
Right.
It is a little bit whatever, but you know, that your mileage may vary on that stuff.
He has some line where he's like, he calls it like the asbestos of the 22nd century. It's like, it does everything. You put a little bit of this shit in your coffee, it tastes fantastic. You put it in a bomb, it blows up.
I mean, I guess that's, your suspension of disbelief can work with that if it's like whatever they're refining is not something that is only used for weapons. It's used for like everything. It just also happens to be used for weapons.
No. I think he also has a line where he's like, I knew when they requested 99% pure catcher cell white that it was going to be a bomb.
Should have built him a nuclear weapon out of used pinball machines parts like Doc Brown. I think the Xindi just feel so ill-defined to me. It's weird because they're like overly defined, but they're also undefined.
Yeah.
Because they've got those, we see the different species that make up the Xindi. We see that they are in conflict. We see that some of them are like more dickish than the other ones, but their place in the universe is very vague.
Yeah.
I don't know if the story about them warring with each other, is that supposed to be like the catalyst for why they decided to strike out against the humans? Because it's like, we already lost one planet. We can't, if there's even a one to, you know, Crib, there's a Cheney or Rumsfeld that said if there's even a 1% chance they're an enemy, we have to take it as an absolute truth or whatever. Or Batman says that about Superman also.
Yes.
Very timely movie from Zack Snyder.
They because they're dangerously close to the Dominion in a lot of ways. If it's a xenophobic thing, that's basically the Dominion. They've just copied them over into the show. At
least the Dominion had an ethos.
They did.
These guys don't.
We want to destroy things before they hurt us, which the Xindi feel they are supposed to be going in that way. I can't believe that they do. There must be something else to it, but I don't know what it would be, because otherwise they're just a carbon copy of what the Dominion are.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is, like, we don't, as much as they're not really moving the Xindi story forward, because the stuff that we are learning about the Xindi is not like consequential stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know what the Xindi plot is. If there is one, what their deal is. It's just, they're kind of like, they're the MacGuffin for the season is we got to find the Xindi. It's tough to really care about.